do not adjust that screen, you are here in the right place at the right time. Folks, it's Saturday, and you know what that means. I am Shaggy Black, and I'm here to bring you some of the hardest hitting fake virtual fighting this side of the internet. Welcome to another episode of Syndicate Championship Wrestling Saturday Showdown. We are just a week removed from SCW's second biggest event of the year, Civil War. We have crowned new champions, but we've shed some blood, sweat, and tears during that entire show. Speaking of which, I have an announcement here to open up the show with. Ian Jacobs, our beloved GM, has declared a tournament to be starting here next week to determine who will be Isaac Murphy's #1 contender at Cradle to the Grave. That's a few months away, but we are going to decide who will be his #1 contender. And as a bonus, Ian Jacobs has rewarded Team SCW spots in the tournament to declare that #1 contender, but there are some major players in that tournament, as it were. Here you see the list here, and my God, some of these matches will be insane. But speaking of insane matches, let's go with our opening contest as the returning James Lee takes on the Prince of the Sands, Xerxes. Xerxes picking up an impressive victory in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Diaz Tatum at Civil War this past weekend. And I gotta tell you, both those men came with a plan, but in the end, it was Diaz Tatum's downfall that Xerxes capitalized on. And those mental mistakes will get you taken out very quickly, as we're starting to see with a bunch of these rookies here in SCW. But Xerxes has yet to make those mistakes as he is climbing the ranks here in SCW. And with a victory tonight, a very impressive victory tonight, he could be in line for some gold here in SCW. But only time will tell, because the mountain he's got to climb is steep.
There's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die, never die, never die.
Building, and what a grandiose entrance for the former SCW champion. James Lee made his triumphant return after a month injury at Civil War, helping Team SCW clinch that victory, so much so that he actually earned a right in that SCW World Title Tournament. As the match starts, and Xerxes coming out with some fire to him, with a clothesline to the former champ. And not to make a mistake here, but it looks like the James Lee has got some arm candy out here with him. And I believe I've been told her name is Kennedy Turner, his new manager and a new addition to the Awakening and the women's division. So we welcome that. And we also welcome James Lee back. But look at these combinations to Xerxes. James Lee is not fooling around. The last time James Lee was in a ring with one of these SCW newcomers, he got torn asunder by Reese Price, another man who was in that title tournament. Granted, he wasn't on the winning side, but Ian Jacobs could not ignore Reese's activity here in SCW so far. Meanwhile, James Lee trying to take it to Xerxes, and Kennedy Turner on the rope, on the apron, and taking off the turnbuckle pad. Kennedy already being a distraction, but I guess making it so, and the ref hadn't seen that turnbuckle pad come off. Meanwhile, James Lee and Xerxes are throwing hands, but James Lee ends that, throwing the back elbow shots to the back of the head of Xerxes. Xerxes got his bell rung. James Lee here to put on a show here for you folks. James Lee wanting to be back in the spotlight here in SCW. And what a perfect way to not just come back and get that victory at Civil War, but to also come in and win that tournament. Meanwhile, you see Kennedy Turner already being a major addition to the Awakening as she just goes up and picks up Xerxes off the ground. And I believe, like, oh my God, James Lee gets tossed into the turnbuckle, but Xerxes not getting confused here, but also taking time to taunt, and that may cost him, as James Lee looking for retribution here for those previous attacks. But now James Lee's got all the momentum on his side. Meanwhile, Xerxes trying to slow down that momentum, and Xerxes showing his strength, tossing James Lee to the mat. We got a cover here. 1, 2, kick out at 2. James Lee happy to be back off the injured list. And now it looks like the ref reattaching that turnbuckle pad that Kennedy Turner took off. Meanwhile, Kennedy Turner had a chair out. I don't know what the hell this young lady's thinking, but she's got to be smarter about this and not cost James Lee this match. The last thing James needs is no momentum heading into this tournament starting next week. But it looks like James Lee is back on the grind here. Ref's count is up to 3 on the outside. Xerxes still on the outside. But James Lee headed top to the turnbuckle, telling Xerxes to get up on his feet, pointing to the crowd. James, oh, Meteora to the outside. And that affected Xerxes in no type of way. But James Lee tossing Xerxes to the corner, and look at the senton. James Lee and Xerxes battling on the outside. And Xerxes has to think of a plan to slow down this onslaught of offense coming from James Lee, and Xerxes looking like he's back in the game. Look at this. Oh, punch to the gut. Ref's count is up to 7. And Xerxes celebrating back in the ring. James Lee gets back in, and now Xerxes looking to go for some type of maneuver, but James Lee powers out of it. James Lee trying to get that, maintain this offensive struggles he's not having. Meanwhile, Xerxes trying to find a capitalization. 1, cover, and no, only a kick out at 1. Xerxes trying to find a way to capitalize any momentum he can get here, because it's been all James Lee this entire match. Xerxes slowing down that offense of James. Oh, with a big old elbow drop there. But James Lee gets up. No, jawbreaker. Reversal. Oh, top shelf. Top shelf. Top shelf is hit. James Lee going to the top rope. That can only mean one thing. Touch the sky. Touch the sky. Hits, and James Lee got all of it and goes for a cover. Where's the ref? There he is. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.999. One's got to think that the ref may have stopped with ref slow counting. That match may have been won. The ref may have did Xerxes a favor there. Maybe he's got some money going on this match. I have no idea. But that top shelf into the touch the sky puts away many a men. And it looks like Xerxes is saved by the ref. Meanwhile, Xerxes, what can he do with this newfound way to win? Xerxes showing that strength off again, tossing James Lee to the mat. And now Xerxes trying to overpower James Lee. Axe handle to the back. And now what's Xerxes doing? Xerxes looking to take out the leg of James. Not going to be able to get all that top shelf in if he can't plant that foot. And now, of course, looks like Xerxes got his second win here. And is taking it to James Lee. Best way he can. Again, going right after that leg. Got hit with that top shelf one time and is not trying to feel that again. And continuously going after the leg of James Lee. And now Xerxes to the second rope. Elbow drop to the back of the head. James Lee, Jesus. And now Xerxes going for a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Not enough to put away the former champion. But Xerxes is turning up in this match. And now James Lee counters, throwing Xerxes to the outside, but bringing him back in. James Lee's not having any of this. And with the kicks to the midsection and that clothesline, James Lee looking to go back to the top turnbuckle. But Xerxes sees this and throws James Lee to the mat. And James Lee slow to get up, but Xerxes, again, with that slow and methodical offense, trying to slow down the former champion. We got a cover. 1, 2, 3, no, 2.999 again. James Lee kicks out. And Xerxes figuring out what the hell that he's got to do to keep Primetime down. You see Kennedy Turner on the outside looking in. Just wondering what she can do to help James in this match. And now Xerxes going to that top rope, could be going for that patented elbow drop. No, a splash! And he gets all of it. That's some new offense from Xerxes here. The Prince of the Sands trying to get back into this match, and James Lee's no. And James hyping himself up. Xerxes trying to slow that down, but James counters. Xerxes pulling James to the mat. My goodness. And now Xerxes going after that restructured elbow of James Lee. He's just had surgery on it and came back in record time. But Xerxes doing what he can to keep that elbow in check. My goodness, going right after the arm. As Xerxes getting all the praise to himself. James Lee pulls himself up in that turnbuckle corner, but James Lee gets right out. Probably suckered Xerxes. And no, he looked like he did. It's time for Breathe Easy. Say goodnight, Xerxes, and that could be all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, James Lee.
Here is your winner, James Lee.
And that is how you open a showdown here, folks. James Lee not privy to opening a show, but he damn sure knows how to put on a show, no matter if it's the opener, the mid, or the closer. That is your talent. And folks, thank you all for tuning in this week to SCW. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you all for those who tuned in last week. That has been our most popular show so far. And we here in SCW can't thank you guys enough for hitting that like button, subscribing, watching, going back and watching, just helping us in the algorithm. If you want to continue to help us grow, go ahead and share this stuff to your friends, man. Give them the link, share that stuff, man. Just hop into that, hop into the chats, hop into the comment section. Do what you can, man. We see you, and we want to make sure we're putting on something for you guys. Speaking of which, our next match is in the women's division. And that match is coming up right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Accra, Ghana, the mighty
EVE is pulling up to the SCW arena to try to put a W back in the win column. Last week, or the week before Civil War, she was in a triple threat match between her opponent, and now the new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship, Champagne Knight, in which Champagne ended up picking up the win, and will be facing new champion Quinn Ventura down the line. Meanwhile, these ladies here tonight are to try to put in a statement to climb that ladder here in the women's division.
And representing the Wild Samoans from Honolulu, Hawaii, the Samoan Princess.
And speaking of a woman who needs to get a W here, it is Sefina, who 2024 has not been too kind to Sefina here this season, as she hasn't had a victory here since we started. But make no mistake, she was one of the rookies of the year here in 2023 here in SCW, so it's only a matter of time before we can see her bounce back into that W column. But she's going up against an opponent that she knows very well, so hopefully she'll be able to put on a show here for us and to see who's going to come out with the victory. As we see EVE in the corner and Sefina ready to get it on here, no pun intended, and the ref goes to ring the bell, and here we go, and Sefina coming out already with a vicious right and more rights to the dome of EVE, and this is what she's going to end up doing. But EVE reverses and comes up with some counters, some left forearms, and now EVE with that strength neck breaker. My God, the Warrior Queen, the Almighty, is here trying to get this offensive in, and these women are some of the strongest women we have in the division. But EVE, you know, she has definitely shown that size of strength. Sefina's no slouch as well. But right now, EVE, speaking of strength, look at the deadlift. Oh, and the power slam. Sheesh. Man, oh man. And what is this? Another deadlift. Man, EVE is not here playing around tonight. Sefina's got to get back in it. Oh, and Sefina checks EVE, and EVE rolls out to the outside. Now gets back in, but now Sefina's to the outside, and she gets back in. Those are duck. Sefina. Oh, what a backbreaker. Now, Sefina is trying to slow down this match. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in to another edition of Saturday Showdown. We here at Syndicate Championship Wrestling appreciate you for coming in, hitting that like and subscribe button, and watching anytime that you can. Share us with the others that may need to be added to the SCW universe. Oh my God, speaking of which, EVE again showing the strength here. But Sefina battling back those vicious rights again. Sefina not to be outdone with a neck breaker of her own. An elbow drop to the chest of EVE. Again, these ladies are doing what they can to pick up the victory tonight, because that's just going to help them climb that ladder to get in line to go after the SCW Women's title. And oh, what a knee drop from Sefina. And now we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. And EVE now trying to gain her bearings, but goes to the corner, and Sefina meets her there with a foot. Sefina picking EVE up. Look at the strength. There's walking EVE. Oh! With a backbreaker. Oh my God, we're going to see another one. Yes! Oh, 2 backbreakers coming out of the corner, showing the strength. And now EVE. Look at, oh, EVE with the block. Sefina's probably was going for that Samoan spike, but EVE's got her on the corner. Oh, what a backbreaker from the almighty. We got a pin. Cover 1, 2, kick out at 2. EVE's wondering what she's got to do to put away Sefina, and I think I know what's coming. Spear! Spear! EVE spears the life out of Sefina, but Sefina gets right up. Sefina gets right back up from the spear. She ate it. Again, these ladies know each other very well, and Sefina showing that resiliency by getting up after getting hit with the spear, man. Wowie, wowie. Oh, and what a block from Sefina. Could this be the time Sefina could capitalize? Look at the combos here. Now Sefina taking EVE to the ground. Taking out the leg of EVE. But EVE counters. EVE trying to go to the corner. Now she's going up to the top. I ain't seen EVE get up to the top rope in a minute. And now she's telling Sefina to get up on her feet. And what a splash! And we got a cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, EVE. My goodness, what a splash.
Here is your winner, the mighty EVE.
EVE wins through unorthodox methods here that she has. And shout out to her. She wanted to win this match by any means necessary, and she did just that. Folks, thank you all again for tuning in. We're going to keep this show going as we have another match here that may be intriguing, as 2 men here looking to get another victory in their column after desperately coming up short in a triple threat match themselves, as Hacksaw Leo Simmons takes on the super smooth bruv, Darius Praise. Let's head down to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 270 pounds, Hacksaw Leo Simmons!
Hacksaw Leo Simmons coming down to the ring, and I'm not going to say a desperate need of picking up a W, but it seems like the momentum Simmons has had in the recent months has dwindled down. As, of course, the triple threat opportunity between him and his opponent tonight, and Aiden Alexander, the one who won the match, that match had not a stipulation, but an opportunity, in which case Aiden was able to cash in that opportunity, as he is now a part of the SCW World Title Tournament held later next week. And if Simmons would have won that, he would have been in position. But this man was one of the men that was in his way.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 230 pounds, Super
The super smooth bruv Darius Praise may not have won a match this year, but he has definitely won our hearts by putting in match after match. But will this be the time that he actually picks up the W? Apparently, Darius asked for this match against Leo Simmons because he felt as though he could have had the match won his dang self and would have been in that title opportunity, because what a hell of a win that would have been for him. Not only to win, but also be entered in that tournament. But right now, he's just looking to get this W against the suplex machine. And he is across that ring as we see in Darius Praise looking dead at Leo Simmons. And folks, I think we got a good one in our hands. And Darius Praise going for a dropkick, misses as the bell rings. Leo Simmons got right out of the way, and Leo not playing around, going right after the leg of Praise. And Praise getting right out of that. Praise getting right out of that, man. Battling back, and now Praise. Oh, try to go for a clothesline, and Simmons in the corner, and Simmons going right back after the leg of Praise. I've known Simmons to be a technical ring and with that IQ and everything, but it looks like he's implanted that tonight. And what a knee strike from Praise. Praise definitely, he's definitely shown us some stuff over the last few weeks anytime he was on, but right now he's got Leo Simmons, and Simmons is going right after that leg. We got to cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. And I thought this match was over with. And Simmons now slowing this match down. Darius Praise trying to get back, get some offense in. And now what is this? Praise. And oh, what an elbow strike to the back of the neck and the head area. My goodness. And what an elbow drop from Praise. Again, Praise with the offensive maneuvers, he's very impressive. It's only a matter of time before Praise gets a W, and heck, that might be tonight here, folks. But Simmons also looking to get that W with a twist of his own. What a neck breaker. And Simmons looking to end this match early and going right back after the leg of Praise, and Praise is nowhere near that rope. But Praise, again, battling out of that submission. My goodness. And Praise goes for a dropkick again and misses. Misses a third time. Simmons has got those dropkicks scouted, but he doesn't have that knee scouted. What a strike from Praise. And now Praise, could he be going for another? Oh my God. Those vicious elbows to the back of the neck and head area, man. Tenderizing the neck of Simmons here. And Praise. Oh man, what a neck breaker to the outside. Now Praise to the outside. Simmons slow to get up. And Praise taking out the arm of Simmons. Simmons just obviously he can't tap out on the outside. Ref starts her count. And Praise is continuously taking out that arm. Smart strategy, man. Because Simmons can't put in the mad villainly chokehold if that arm is out of commission. Meanwhile, Praise tossing Simmons around. Ref's count is up to 3, and what an elbow drop from Praise. And Praise battling back and forth. Again, what is this? A neck breaker from Praise. Again, Praise going after the head and neck area of Simmons, and that is a very smart strategy. Ref's count is up to 7 though, and Praise can't win the match. Be down outside, and he's throwing Simmons back in the ring. And Praise now got that offense, but Simmons slowly picking himself up in that corner. Tries it for a chop, and Simmons getting out of that, throwing these rights. And now Praise with a smack to the face. Simmons following up with a chop. And these two battling back and forth, throwing hands and feet in the kitchen sink. And Simmons not having any of that. Look at that chop. And Praise with a right of his own. And another right. And another chop. And Simmons with a chop of his own, and these two just smacking the hell out of each other. And Praise, right back to that neck and head area of Simmons. And now Praise working the neck area, man. I don't know what he's got planned, but it's looking like it may work against Leo Simmons. And now Praise getting all the momentum on his side here. Oh! And now Praise got Simmons in the corner. Oh, what a clothesline. Praise is turning up. We got a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Praise is beside himself. He thought he had the match won there. Praise could win this match, man. This will be a hell of an upset. And Praise is applying that pressure. Can he pick up the W here? Praise is doing it. Can Praise pick up this win? What is Praise doing? Praise going to the top turnbuckle. Oh, no! Going for a knee strike and totally miscalculated how far Leo Simmons was away. And Simmons, that could be what he needs to get back into this match. And Simmons, kitchen sink knee strike. And now Simmons, Praise fighting back like that ain't even phase him. But Simmons getting out of this. Simmons shaking it off. And now Simmons picking up Praise, carrying him. Snake eyes in the corner. And looks like Praise has been busted open. And if he wasn't busted open before, he might be Operation Doomsday. And that young man is out. We have a cover, and that could be it. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Leo Simmons. Man, crazy, crazy, crazy. Hacksaw Leo Simmons picking up an impressive victory here. But you gotta give it to Darius Praise, who I feel as though that victory is gonna come hell or high water. He's gonna make it happen. But tonight just wasn't a young man's night. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier in the show, I did mention that we are having a tournament to determine who is the #1 contender to the SCW World Championship. And that man will be facing Isaac Murphy at Cradle to the Grave, 2 months' time. And right here, I have the entire bracket for you, as next week we will see the A-lister, the Versace Poppy himself, Aiden Alexander, will be facing Dwayne Fox. We will also see Bruce the Axe Stubbs taking on Joe West. Those are the first 2 matches announced for next week. However, the bracket is based down. We also have 2 Team SCW members meeting each other, as Landon Kelly will take on Primetime James Lee. And these 2 men are probably 2 of the most impressive men we have in SCW, as Big Wave Reese Price will be taking on the young-blooded Prince Youngblood. Prince Youngblood has an opportunity to do something here that only his father was able to accomplish, and that was being an SCW World Champion. Can he bring that title back to the Youngbloods? Who will know? But that is our bracket there. These men will meet up, and the winners of these back brackets, the last 2 men will meet each other at Rumble in the Bronx, which is on September 21st. Here on this YouTube channel. That is a special showdown, folks. And hey, you're gonna want to tune in, because that one's gonna be a doozy, and it always is. But tonight, speaking of doozies, let's get to our main event, as the 4 men in the tournament will be tag teaming tonight, as Bruce the Axe Stubbs, Big Wave Reese Price team up to take on Landon Kelly and Golden Joe West. Let's head down to the ring. When the screen goes gold, it's a sight to behold. Straight from the trailer parks of Duval, Golden Joe West.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds, Golden Joe West.
Joe West back to being in SCW arena after his team, Team SCW, helped get that victory at Civil War in War Games. A huge W for SCW here. But now it is Joe's turn to get back in the graces of gold, and he wants another shot at that SCW World Championship. But tonight is going to be a different thing, as he's going to be teaming up against one of his partners from Civil War, against two men who, I will say, have a grudge against both men. Man, oh man, it's always a good sight to see Joe West back in an SCW ring.
I've seen inside my head a vision, never the outcome you'll be wishing for.
And his partner from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 237 pounds, the icon, Landon Kelly.
Meanwhile, Landon Kelly joining him on the opposite side of that, well, same side of the ring, excuse me. Landon Kelly also is entered into that tournament, but unfortunately he will be facing one of his partners from the Civil War Games, as he will be facing James Lee. We just found out momentarily. These two men have met in tag matches, but it's been a minute since they've had a one-on-one competition. But Landon Kelly looks locked in tonight, and he's looking to go ahead and pick up that W heading into the title tournament. Landon Kelly's been a part of SCW since our inception, and that is the one title he has never held here in SCW. As a matter of fact, his former stablemates, the Nightmare Society, Nightmare Connection, have all been SCW World Champions in their own right. And it's time for Landon Kelly to have his name etched in the upper echelons of the elite here in SCW. Will it be time for that?
And from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 264 pounds, Bruce Stubbs.
Bruce Stubbs has been on a little mini tear here. Just like his partner that will be introduced here in a moment, Bruce Stubbs was in that Civil War match and pretty much held his own. His team didn't pick up the W, but our GM, Ian Jacobs, felt that Bruce deserved a shot at being the #1 contender for the SCW World Championship. And Bruce is meeting that man Joe West across the ring after picking up a W against Joe a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, here in SCW. Granted, it was via countout. He did make Joe tap. Will he make Joe tap again tonight? Only time will tell. And the storm is coming, folks. A big one at that.
From Biloxi, Mississippi, weighing in at 324 pounds, Big Wave Reese Price.
You see Big Wave's got his new shirt on. You can get that on the fake website at SCWmerch.com. But Reese Price. I gotta tell you, if I had a Rookie of the Year for 2024, it would be Big Wave himself. This man has been a menace ever since he stepped into the SCW arena. Granted, his team did not pick up the victory at Civil War. He has been rewarded because of his dominant fashion here in SCW so far. And I gotta tell you something, I know he's looking to get his hands on Joe West. And will those two get a chance to meet each other? They will meet tonight, but in that tournament, I think he's gonna want one-on-one action. But Joe's gotta beat Bruce Stubbs, and I don't think Bruce Stubbs gonna like that. Meanwhile, we got the bell ringing, and here we go. Joe and Bruce starting it off. Like I said, Bruce has had Joe's number these past few weeks. But now we got Bruce tagging in Reese Price. And I mentioned Reese wants his get back against Joe because Joe not only put Reese Price through a table, he lifted the big man with, I don't know with what strength, maybe it's hillbilly strength, and hit this man with the Mr. Grand Slam combo, which is an impressive feat. As Bruce Stubbs gets tagged back in the match, and Joe West has yet to land any type of offense as Bruce is laying into Joe, taking out that arm with some vicious headbutts. Look at that unorthodox offense. But Bruce and Reese Price quick tags, keeping Joe away from Landon Kelly. And Reese going for a cover this early. 1, 2, no, kick out at 1. Big Wave's gonna have to do a little bit more damage to Joe. Joe being a former 2-time SCW World Champion. He knows what it takes. But meanwhile, these big mean bastards are looking to take Joe West out of this match. Bruce Stubbs with another vicious headbutt. Your auntie's favorite mechanic, Bruce Stubbs, one of the toughest SOBs we have here in SCW. And him teaming up with Reese Price can only mean hell for anyone in the tag division. That really depends on if they even want to do this. Meanwhile, Joe is trying to get some attacks in, but Bruce not having any of that. Oh, look at the chest chop of Bruce Stubbs. Joe is getting worked. Look at the knee strike from Bruce in the tightest of jeans. You know that's gotta hurt a little bit more, man. Joe is desperately have to make a tag to Landon Kelly, and Joe gets out of the way. Joe now working Bruce Stubbs down, but he's got to make that tag to Landon. And Joe sends him to the corner. Will he get a tag to Landon? No. Joe is looking to make it personal. He's revving up that arm. Oh, we got a corner clothesline. Bruce Stubbs could be out, and there's that tag. Now Landon Kelly, who hasn't had a problem with defeating Bruce Stubbs before, but Landon's in the ring now. Tag is made, and now Landon getting tossed to the corner. And Bruce, what's Bruce doing? What's Bruce doing? Oh my God! Reverse Oklahoma slam into the turnbuckle. What strength from Stubbs. And Landon gets right up and shakes that right off. And Bruce still battling back. Bruce Stubbs makes that tag to Reese Price. And Landon, however, took it to Reese Price a few weeks ago in our main event of Showdown, but came up short, which cost Team SCW their in-ring advantage for War Games. However, now tag is made and Joe West is in, planting Reese Price, and Reese going right after Landon Kelly. Meanwhile, Joe West going right after Bruce Stubbs. And now both men are standing in the ring. Reese goes for clothesline. Joe ducks. Joe! Look at Joe in that fury of offense to the big wave. They might call it a big wave, but Joe loves surfing. And Joe is looking to turn up in this offense here. As Joe, looks like Joe was trying to set up something. Reese Price noticed it and got out of the way. Meanwhile, Bruce Stubbs taking it to Joe West. And now, Joe, neckbreaker. Joe with a neckbreaker. And what a slap to Reese Price. Price ain't gonna like that, man. Joe throwing Price into their corner now. And Joe revving up that arm again. Does he have a clothesline for Price? Yes, he does. And now, Joe going for a cover. One, kick out at one. You know that's not gonna do enough to put away the big wave. But now Landon Kelly looking to get him some tag made. And now Landon going right after Price here. Oh, what a boot to the face. And Reese Price trying to crawl to his corner. What's Landon Kelly doing? Reese Price makes the tag. And Joe West tags in Bruce Stubbs. Joe wants to get him some of Bruce Stubbs. Joe has not forgotten the embarrassment Bruce has caused Joe. And oh my God! Capture suplex out of the air. We got a cover. One, kick out at one. Man, that didn't take no wind out of Stubbs' sails. And Joe looking to have a combination. What is this? And Joe plants Bruce, but doesn't go for a cover. Unlike Joe, but Joe going to his corner, makes a tag to Landon Kelly, the fresher man. And Landon going straight up to Bruce Stubbs. And now Landon looking to get that offense in, but looking to get his left and right, but Bruce counters. Bruce throwing Landon to the ropes. Teeth knocker boot strike, and Landon could be out, and we could be seeing the heaven sent. No, Bruce throws Landon into the corner. And now Bruce working on that arm of Kelly. Kelly can't get him up for that Bad Dreams cutter. But Kelly now with the reversal of his own. Melatonin shot out of nowhere, and we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Remember, folks, here in SCW, you have 1 tag breakup per tag member. Meanwhile, Bruce Stubbs could be having some bad dreams. And Landon goes for a cover. No! Reese Price breaks it up, and Reese cannot enter the ring until he is tagged in. This is trouble for Bruce Stubbs. Bruce has to make that tag because he can't get hit with another move like that. Whether another Bad Dreams or a White Trash Bash, that will put him away. And Stubbs looking to get back in it. Oh, what a spine buster from Stubbs. And Stubbs, what the hell? Stubbs taking off the turnbuckle in his corner. And DDT to Joe West. And Joe, knee strike from Bruce Stubbs. And Bruce looking to pull Joe away from the ropes. And Joe slow to get up. Oh, what a smack to the face of Joe West. And Joe, Bruce again pulling him to the center of that ring. But Joe West slowly getting up. And look at this. Oh no, look at Stubbs. Stubbs beating the hell out of Joe West. And I think Joe could be bleeding. But a wise tag from Stubbs. Again, because if Stubbs would have got hit with that White Trash Bash, it would have been over. But look at the clothesline from Joe West to Reese Price. Joe telling Reese to get up. No! Senton missed. Price ain't having that. And Price getting out of the ring to probably catch his breath. And Joe West bleeding. Oh, what a punch from Price. And now tag has been made. Joe's got to make that tag. And Bruce Stubbs going right after the arm of Joe West. What is this? Oh, what a slam from Stubbs. And now Stubbs with that headbutt. Oh my God. That cut above Joe's eye. Give it to him by Bruce Stubbs. And now Stubbs throwing Joe to the ropes. And look at this. Oh, what a vicious German from Stubbs. Joe's got to make that tag. But Stubbs looking to cut off Joe, and he does. And Joe getting caught in, 8 gates. Oh, and Landon Kelly saves him. But now Landon can't enter the ring. We got to cover. Joe could be out. 1, 2, 3. your winner, Bruce, the Axe Stubbs, and Reese Price. Reese Price and Bruce Stubbs pick up an impressive victory against Landon Kelly and Golden Joe West. That's 2 times. Bruce Stubbs has technically beaten Joe West in a match here, folks. And man, will he be able to do it a 3rd time next week? Folks, we will find out next time here on this YouTube channel. I'm Shaggy Black for the Syndicate Championship Wrestling. We thank you. We will see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves.